Before the rogue era of one Gucci Grace, Grace Mugabe, the former First Lady of Zimbabwe, there was the gold era of one Sally Mugabe, the first wife of Robert Mugabe and the founding mother of the nation of Zimbabwe. Now, Sally Mugabe was not your ordinary type of woman. She was by definition a revolutionary Marxist leader whose goal was freedom from colonial rule, whose mission was independence of African nation-states, and whose vision was the attainment of self-rule across Africa. Born Sarah Francisca Hayfron on the 6th of June 1931 in the Gold Coast, now known as Ghana, she was a teacher by profession and a Pan-African crusader who was on the forefront of the growing nationalist politics in the colonial Gold Coast. But her life changed when she met her future husband Robert Mugabe, who was a fellow teacher with whom she worked with at the Takoradi Teachers Training College in Ghana. A few years later, Robert proposed, Sally said yes, and they moved back to his homeland in southern Rhodesia, now known as Zimbabwe, and got married in Harare in April of 1961. From then on, Sally Mugabe became a ride or die for her husband's nation by asserting her position as an independent political activist, as well as mobilizing African women to challenge the constitution of southern Rhodesia. In 1963, the couple was blessed with a male child who they named Namodzenyika, but sadly their son passed on 3 years later due to severe attack of malaria. In 1964, Robert and Sally Mugabe were both charged with sedition, which is the same as treason, and were therefore sentenced to prison. Sally was sentenced to 5 years in prison, while Robert was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Fortunately for Sally Mugabe, her prison sentence was suspended after 3 years of being locked up, and as a result, she went to exile in London and spent the next 8 years agitating and campaigning for the release of political detainees in Rhodesia, including her husband, who had also been arrested in 1964 and remained incarcerated for 10 years. After the release of Robert Mugabe in 1975, Sally rejoined her husband in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, and there she cast herself in the new role of a mother figure to the thousands of refugees created by the Rhodesian Bush War. In 1978, she was elected as the Deputy Secretary for the Women's League in the ruling political party, the Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, popularly known as the ZANU-PF. In 1980, when Zimbabwe acquired her independence, Sally Mugabe adjusted into the new and national role of the wife of Zimbabwe's first black prime minister. Years later, she officially became the First Lady of Zimbabwe in 1987, when her husband Robert Mugabe became the second president of Zimbabwe. During her tenure as First Lady of Zimbabwe, she was elected Secretary General of the ZANU-PF party's Women's League at the party's Congress in 1989. She also founded the Zimbabwe Child Survival Movement in memory of her son. She even launched the Zimbabwe Women Cooperative in the United Kingdom and also supported the Akina Mama wa Africa, a London-based African women's organization focusing on development and women's issues both in Africa and the UK. Sadly, Sally Mugabe died of kidney failure on the 27th of January 1992. Upon her death, she was laid to rest at the National Heroes Acre in Zimbabwe's capital, Harare. In 2002, on the 10th anniversary of her death, the nation of Zimbabwe issued a set of 5 postage stamps of a common design in her honor. Sally Mugabe is fondly remembered with love and affection as the founding mother of the nation of Zimbabwe.